For anyone who was fortunate enough to know me in my past life, back when I was a human, integrated into the human systems of society, it's a well-known fact that there was always an obsession with changing the world. And not just changing the world for the sake of changing the world, but actually fixing the human race once and for all. So 5 years ago, back in 2018, a very long-term, very complex plan was set in motion to actually achieve this. And this plan, it would take over half a decade just to lay down the foundations of. First and foremost, I would create a fake cover-up persona, one that I would call Rapper June. And this Rapper June, it would serve a specific purpose: to trick the governments and their databases and their systems into falsely believing that I was somebody else entirely. In doing so, I would throw the government off my scent, have them believe that I was one of these modern day, foolish, imbecile rappers. These common, talentless beings, whilst in reality, the entire time away from their prying eyes, I would go into a 5-year-long period of solace and solitude, a journey into achieving Christ consciousness, a metamorphosis into becoming a real life prophet. Only then would I be worthy enough and powerful enough to legitimately change the world. And that 5-year-long period, it will forever be etched in history with a name: the 5 years of self-exile. Now my face, it has been strategically hidden during these past 5 years. All of my social media posts, they were uploaded in 2020, and yet the original date of their creation were years prior. They were all recycled posts, and that was all intentional, all by design, to hide and mask my true identity. I have experienced the ultimate journey of self-discovery I have travelled the ultimate pilgrimage of the mind. I have achieved the ultimate level of enlightenment, experiencing the ultimate metamorphosis, transformation into the new Jesus version of Nutty June. I have been building this entire time, all from the shadows, all behind the scenes, and all of that, everything done for the sole purpose of preparing myself to become worthy enough of the ultimate task. Seriously, genuinely, and legitimately changing this world. And do you know what? I was not the only one being prepared during this time. The human race, human society, all of you were also being prepared. Because during my absence, many others were sent by the universe itself to weaken these matrix systems of society. And unbeknownst to them, without them even realizing it, they were all individually preparing society for my arrival. Little did they know, each of their individual successes, they were all part of a much bigger, much larger, much more grand plan. The real life second coming of JC. Allow me to explain. A real life, actual second coming. It is not a literal reincarnation where a life form is reborn for a second time. It is not somebody coming back from the dead. Nobody comes back from the dead. An actual second coming is more like a sequel to people. A completely separate life form, but one who is a successor to a previous one. Maybe they have similar personalities. Maybe they have a similar mission. Maybe one finishes what the last one started. Maybe the torch is passed down. Maybe the torch is taken. Either way, when a successor to someone is spawned in this simulation. That is an actual, real life second coming. Now, unfortunately, everything else will take far too long to explain in worthy detail. But in due time, everything will be fleshed out. September 2024. My systems and my empire, after these 5 years of building in secrecy, it will finally leave these shadows and be showcased to the human world. And at long last, it shall begin. For now, simply memorize these words. They are keys into understanding about myself, my mission, my mentors, higher beings, simulation, interdimensional, protozoa, sleeper agent, world breaker.